this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, home of the Bourbon Daily and the Bourbon Show podcast. Suggest you check both of those out. Also, such notable movies as Blending is Trending, Kindred Spirits, Colorado Whiskey, St. Louis Whiskey's getting ready to come out. So always working in that a little bit and much more. We got some blogs, all kinds of stuff. Check us out, abvnetwork.com. And where I'm at right now, I co-founded this place with Jim Fosnot. It is called the ABV Barrel Shop. It is home to the single barrel. It's where single barrels live. Our goal is to get the best whiskey in the world right here in the St. Louis suburb of Arnold, Missouri, and sell them in this shop. So that's our specialty. We allow you to try before you buy. We're bringing on many new products that haven't been into St. Louis before, and many that you guys may or may not have heard of. But I thought, you know what? It's a good idea to do a video that focused in on some of the barrel picks that we do that are worth hunting down. So a lot of videos are out there on bourbon hunting and tracking down things like Blanton's or Pappy Van Winkle or Four Roses limited editions, you name it, any of those tough, highly allocated bottles and getting them. And in reality, we know that there's no real way to bourbon hunt those things anymore. There's not really an opportunity to do that. You have to have relationships. You have to get lucky, win the opportunity to buy them in a raffle and those type of things. So, or you just have to overpay. I mean, that's the dirty little secret that a lot of people will go in and they'll pay $250 for Blanton's and say, look what I was managed to hunt down. And to me, that's not exciting at all. I like the hunt of barrel picks because there's still an opportunity to do that. The ones I'm going to share today aren't necessarily out there in large scale distribution. So there is an opportunity to track them down. And there's a couple ways to do that. You can find out where they're being sold in terms of the markets. You can work your contacts there. If you happen to be visiting one of the places that sells them, you can get it. And of course, many are available these days with online retailers. We don't do that here at the ABV Barrel Shop, but there's places like Sealbox and many others that will ship whiskey directly to your home. There are rules that you have to follow that not every state that's available to. I get that. But there's opportunities to get them even without leaving the comfort of your home. So we're going to be talking about 5 today. These are 5 whiskeys that you should be hunting down and finding that do some great barrel picks. The regular products are fantastic as well, but we're focusing today on the barrel pick side of things. First one up, Buzzard's Roost. I would highly encourage you to check them out and find some of their barrel picks out in the marketplace. Buzzard's Roost is owned by a guy by the name of Jason Bronner. He started Bourbon's Bistro back in 2005, the world's greatest bourbon bar. Actually, he has the accolades to back that up. Incredible place to go. When you are coming to Kentucky to visit, maybe you want to go to your favorite distilleries, maybe you're just staying down there on Whiskey Row, I would encourage you to venture out at some point and go to Bourbon's Bistro. It might not be it might not only be the best whiskey that you find out there in terms of bourbon selection, but it also might be the best meal that you have in Kentucky, which, if you're in Louisville, Kentucky, it's kind of a foodie town. And the fact that Bourbon's Bistro has this fantastic food, this great bourbon selection, and Mike the bartender, and Jason behind there talking whiskey and those type of things, just a great experience. Of course, Buzzard's Roost has its own distillery now on Whiskey Row. That's worth visiting as well. They do some limited edition drops in the barrel shop and that type of thing. But their barrel picks, they're fantastic. They do bourbon and rye barrel picks. The one that we have at the ABV Barrel Shop right now is a bourbon. Classic notes. Of course, what Buzzard's Roost is known for is buying whiskey, sourcing their whiskey, and then finishing it in some way. I think they have 18 different proprietary barrels that they utilize with their partner Independent Stave. Our buddy Andrew Webrink is in charge of research and development over there. He's always discovering, new ways to handle barrels, maybe to different chars or toast and those type of things that give them a different impact on flavor. And Jason is utilizing that knowledge to really put out some great barrel picks. So that is the first one. Definitely check out Buzzard's Roost. Number 2 on the list is this one, Dettling. A lot of you heard about Dettling. They've been on things like Fred Minnick's Top 100 and things like that. Bruzy did a YouTube video where he went down to the distillery. It's one of the most unique experiences in bourbon to go visit them, their distillery. I and my wife, the two of us went down while we were on a vacation in Pensacola. You're talking about South Alabama, maybe 30 minutes from where we were staying at on the beach in Pensacola. So Seth Dettling and his family, great people, and you would have to, send him an email or something like that, go through his website, because it's not really normally open and things like that, though it's worth reaching out if you're going to happen to be in the area and see them. What's cool about what they have going on there is the distillery is outside. So literally everything is done outside in terms of making the whiskey. So the still, the mashers, fermenters, cookers, all that kind of stuff is outdoors. There is a roof over it, but imagine just kind of making whiskey underneath the carport, and that's kind of what they're doing at Big Escambia Spirits, which is the name of the distillery. Detling is their brand. And I know that their barrel picks are out there. Again, very limited, but you can track them down, not in a whole lot of states. But there's an opportunity to get some. We have this great one here. We had 2 barrel picks. We're down to just 1 left at the ABV Barrel Shop. And yes, Seth is very creative in terms of what he's doing. So there's going to be different mash bills and those type of things. You get the benefit of that harsh climate that happens in South Alabama, and really makes for some good whiskey. Very dark. I mean, look at how dark that is. So can't even see me through there. And really some good stuff for sure. The next one I've got to seek out, Art of the Spirits. Art of the Spirits is out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. They are doing barrel picks in several different markets at this point. And of course, I know they have an online presence too, where you can order things online. So check out their website. A couple cool things about them. Number one, the artwork. The company's called Art of the Spirits. Richard Paul, the owner, actually was a person who was in the art world. He worked for the artists that do Harley Davidson, worked for Harley Davidson, and they continue to do his labels today. There's 2 different formats that they have in terms of the labels. You'll have pinup girls, and then you'll have also military themed. And I know at our shop, the military themed are very popular. We've had 3 already in, and we're getting ready to get a 4th one featuring the airmen. This one, of course, features a fallen Marine from Missouri, Jared Schmidt. And then on the side, my father-in-law, who was a Vietnam veteran. There's a picture of him while on active duty in Vietnam, fought in the Battle of Quezon. And just some really great stuff. He's a great person too. Every barrel pick that he does, when he goes into the market to promote that barrel, he gives back to the military community. He talks to the locals there and finds out, is there a veteran in need? And then he does for them what they need. They need to have their utilities paid. Do they just need some things from Costco? You know, what is going on in their life where they could use some help? And he does that. Just a great person. His whiskey, again, it's a source brand, but he's finishing it in some way. He's doing something unique to it, or he's getting some extra aged barrels. I know he's had some things like an 18-year-old and stuff like that. This example here, it's 7.62 years old. Notable because it is, of course, a military round. A lot of people know that are in the military, this 7.62 number. But this example is finished with a ruby port cask. So very sweet taste to it on this bourbon, and really good stuff as well. Again, very dark. You've got some of that ruby port in there. We're talking about obviously a very wet barrel. I'm gonna have to grab a phone here because I am at the ABV Barrel Shop, as I said. So I'm gonna grab that and I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. That was just a scam call. They call in, they say, we want to do your credit card processing, and it's not even from this country. I don't even know what's going on or who would turn over any pertinent information to them. They just need your bank account and passwords and those type of things, and they'll get you set up on a brand new credit card system. That will save you money. Of course, any money that you have will be quickly drained out of your account and you'll be left broke. But that's a different story. That's just a small business, owning a small business thing. So Art of the Spirits, great company. Seek those out. And like I said, also look at the options in terms of mail order. Here's one that I like now that is hot as can be, and that's Dark Arts. Macaulay Minton, many of you know him from his time at Wilderness Trail. And he has branched off on his own now, and he is, of course, doing a source brand as well. Really good stuff here. You're talking about all kinds of finishes. A very creative person when it comes to that finished whiskey. He's sourcing from a couple different places, MGP and as well as Wilderness Trail. So he has a great relationship with them still. He's getting product from them. And in our example here at the ABV Barrel Shop, we elected to go with a rye whiskey finished in a maple syrup barrel, a bourbon barrel that was used to age maple syrup. Really great taste, very subtle on the maple, kind of tastes more like dark fruit finish, that type of thing. Very good stuff. People love this. This cork on here, this doorknob that's on the top. People are loving the branding. Of course, the branding itself is very cool. Macaulay's done just a great job of putting all that together. And that's one of those brands that just is crazy on fire, interest on social media. Macaulay does a great job personally on social media, I'd say. Me, not so much, but he does a great job with that, and that is one to check out. Last but not least is what's going on here in Missouri. I'm proud to promote the fact that we have a great Missouri whiskey here. It's called Boxing Bear from Nobleton's Distilling House. This is newsworthy because it's available only here at the ABV Barrel Shop. It's a private label that Demetrius Kane, the owner, does for us. He has 8 different mash bills. His family has been in the distilling business since the 1800s, and each generation has created their own unique mash bill. Boxing Bear, what's special about that is we have access to every one of the mash bills. We'll try barrels that are made and all that. As you take over the family business of distilling, you continue to make the previous generation's mash bills. That's kind of how it works in terms of his family. And so he's been doing that for many years. And there's 8 different possibilities. We just go in and we taste everything blind. The barrel that we like best, that's the one we select. It could be any of those 8 mash bills. We've had many different examples as we've done that. Now, it's not the only brand that's out there. His normal brand is called Planters, and the reason for that is he's a farmer. He plants the grains that are in his whiskey, so that one is worth checking out as well. So check out the Planters brand. That's going to be the most common one. That's going to be the one that you're going to see throughout town in terms of here in St. Louis that you're going to track down. Multiple liquor stores will carry that one. And then the last one is called Copper Dome. There's an affiliation with the ownership group there that with SEMO, which is Southeast Missouri State College. And that university actually is known for its Copper Dome. I guess it's the most famous building on campus. And SEMO has its own whiskey, and apparently the people behind the scenes are truly whiskey fans. And it's not one of those things where they just slap a label onto whatever whiskey they can procure the cheapest. No, they actually put some really good whiskey in there, and that whiskey is from Nobleton's, and it's really good stuff. So any of those 3, you've got Boxing Bear is the one that we carry. We also do Planters from time to time, but that's the one that's out there in the marketplace. And then last but not least is Copper Dome. In terms of distribution, at the moment, he is only in Missouri. I think he's getting ready to expand in multiple states. Probably Illinois will be next. Makes some sense. If you're anywhere near St. Louis, it's right on the river, and right across that river is Illinois. So a lot of brands, that's the first place that they'll go. And then I think he's going to go to some other places as well. But again, maybe worth checking out. I don't know if anything is available online in terms of mail order, but it is a brand to seek out. So just in summary, just to go back through the brands that I say that you need to be seeking out: Buzzard's Roost, number 1, the Louisville, Kentucky-based. Check them out. You've got Detling, the brand from Big Escambia Spirits out of southern Alabama. Then you've got Art of the Spirits, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Then you've got Dark Arts. They're out of Lexington, Kentucky. And then last but not least, Boxing Bear, actually out of a small little town called Union, Missouri, just about 45 minutes from where I sit today here at the ABV Barrel Shop. So there you go. There's my 5 picks. That are 5 single barrels that you need to seek out, track down, and taste these things because they are fantastic. By the way, if you're in St. Louis, come by and see us. We're at the ABV Barrel Shop. You can try any of these if you come in, as well as any of our other barrel picks. We're available online at abvbarrelshop.com. See you soon.